So Polight, or what I like to call dim light, because he says a lot of pseudo intellectual stuff that a lot of stupid people who want to look smart or act smart would say, yeah, that's some deep stuff, you know. A lot of people don't believe in it, so it's true. So yeah.
The purpose of Dianetics is a science of the mind. It's the modern.
And of course, Polight is talking to a person who's giving out Scientology flyers and stuff like that. And I heard a bunch of rumors about Scientology, but not enough facts to actually have my own opinion on it. But yeah, let's begin.
Science of mental health. It gives people a way to handle all the physical and emotional pain that they've built up over their life. Yeah. And it's actually a technique of the mind to get rid of that. So you can actually understand how your mind and how your subconscious mind works and get rid of those things in your mind that are holding you back from achieving your goals.
All right, that was a pretty bad edit. But of course, I get what he's saying. A lot of stuff that have to do with mental health these days are actually going wrong. Not a lot of people react the same way to chemical stimuli like pills. Some of these people, they take a pill and it alters their chemistry and they become more insane. Some people take pills and it actually balance them out and they're pretty good. So yeah, you'll have mixed results.
You say should be the target audience for getting their mind readjusted?
I would say, since Scientology is quote unquote a religion, its target audience is God or the gods that created the people on earth as a whole. But let's see what he's talking about.
Or being cleared, as y'all would say, right?
Sure.
Who would you say needs to be cleared more? Black people who have been enslaved by white people?
Wait, did this nigga just say enslaved by white people? Slavery stopped almost 150 years ago. But he's acting like it just stopped today, like yesterday. Of course, unless he's talking about sex slavery, which does happen, and it still happens today, and it gobbled up more people than antebellum slavery did. Unless he's talking about that, there should be no reason that he should bring this up.
Oh, white people have been doing their enslaving. Which one? If you had to...
And he casts white people as doing the enslaving. I mean, white people were slaves in North Africa thanks to the Berber trades and also Berber pirates and shit like that. And some people would argue that Irish people were slaves, or at least indentured servants. So they, of course, enslaved people too.
Target an audience that needs to be
or were enslaved people.
Evaluated, checked, and then cleared. Who deserves it more? Who should you target more? We had to target somebody. Who do we target? The one who has been oppressing people all over the world?
My personal opinion is that we are spiritual beings, and I don't believe in black and white.
All right. So, of course, I like this guy in the red. He put a very PC accurate answer. I say target both because if the quote unquote white people are enslaving people, they're the ones who are doing the most sins. So of course, if you can stop that master from holding slaves, then a whole bunch of people would be free. Also, the traumatic events of slavery is also something that could be healed by, of course, Scientology. So I say target both. Why is he giving him an ultimatum just to target one?
And I believe that we're all spiritual beings. So I don't look at you as a black person. I look at you as another person.
That's cool.
Nice.
Now I'll tell you this. L. Ron Hubbard didn't look at me like this. L. Ron Hubbard.
It's L. Ron Hubbard, not L. Ron Herbert. He's not Herbert Hoover and shit like that.
Thinks that I'm inferior, according to his own words. He thinks blacks are inferior.
I don't think so.
I can pull it up now. I can read it. Now, what will you say once I read it? A quote from his own publication. What will you say? Cut it out, brother. What will you say when you find out that
Oh, this guy in the background who was wearing the red, who was with the white woman, wasn't having it.
Ron Hubbard was a racist, and he propagated.
Don't believe it.
You even if I
Dude, just show him the evidence.
show it to you and I show you the name of the publication, what will you do once you find out that this has its inception in subjugating South Africa?
This nigga talk too much.
Okay.
Wait, he went from he thought that black people were bad to subjugating South Africans. Oh man, he must have made a cultural statement that this guy took way too harshly and then somehow put it to he was talking about him or the black race as a whole.
That's great.
All right, I managed to skip through the video. Of course, this guy, he reiterated or didn't cut out to like after he had his intro, he didn't cut out to like when he actually stated or cited where L. Ron Hubbard supposedly said something about black people. Here it is.
Hey, that's great. All right, cool. Let's get it going. So the name of the book you can start off reading, right? Boom, here we go. L. Ron Hubbard, PAB, number 119, 1st of September 1957, as published in the Level O PABS, 1968, the American St. Hill Organization. So anytime you need to look up anything that he said that's racist throughout the course of this publication, it's all racist. He said the South African native is probably the one impossible person to train in the entire world. He is probably impossible by any human standard. When he first started this mission.
All right, I don't know which tribe he's talking about. Maybe he's talking about Zulus, and Zulus is a warrior tribe. They're probably hard-headed, and when they heard about their emotions and feelings, which a Zulu is trained to lack for a more organized military style, he's probably got fed up and said, oh man, these people are not emotional enough for me, so they're hard-headed. So yeah, that's probably one of the reasons he said that.
To spread this concept, it was because they was trying to infiltrate South Africa. And the means
they already infiltrated South Africa. They had fucking apartheid. It happened 10 years earlier. If it was in the 1950s or 57 in which he visited the place. I mean, come on.
Which he was doing it, it was not designed for white people. It was designed to subjugate the black people with the concept or the notion that black people in South Africa were inferior. So now we have spread past South Africa.
I think in the 1950s, there was a pretty much consensus that all black people were inferior according to the mass public. I mean, I don't think some random guy named L. Ron Hubbard needed to convince them that, yeah, these niggas are inferior. They had Jim Crow, they had apartheid. I mean, come on.
And now we're over here to the captured and kidnapped black.
They had redlining in the north.
People in America. That is not the only quote.
He did in South Africa?
That is the only. Huh?
Hold on. Do you know what he did in South Africa?
Do I know what he did in South Africa?
Yeah. Do you know
what he did? He built schools and he educated the black children and everything like that. He helped with that, right?
I think he built churches.
He actually wrote a new constitution, and he was working to actually improve things and get rid of the separation and the segregation. And I don't know what that is, or maybe it's taken out of context. Maybe it's because of the educational standards at the time.
Quotes from it if you want me to read
Okay. All right. Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we have a separate conversation, you know, and we'll look it up.
So, okay, we could do that, but I got more quotes if ever you want more, because it gets more intense.
I feel like you're like, you know, interrogating.
You know, Gandhi actually said something very awful about the South Africans. That was actually worse than this. He called them Kafirs, which is like the South African word for niggas. Yeah, so accordingly, I just wanted you to point that out. But Gandhi also influenced MLK, so hey.
Here on the street, but you're kind of okay.
No, it's true. I'm interrogating.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, he said this is true that he's interrogating him. Wow. This guy has no social skills. All right, so of course the guy stayed, and Polite is about to say some shit that's racist.
Yes, people can be helped, but I question the people doing the helping, because there's certain prerequisite steps that I feel your race in particular should do before you start.
Dude, this guy is not the representative of his race. At best, he's the representative of his religion or set or mental set, not the representative of his race. He can't answer for what his ancestors may or may not have done. Hell, you don't know if this guy was like a poor sharecropper in the South and shit like that. You don't know shit about this guy.
Talking to us about fixing our mind. We need to fix the mind of the white man, because all over the world,
there it goes. We need to fix the mind of the white man. I don't know about you, but I could give a fuck less about the mind of the white man if I see freaking ghosts because of schizophrenia or I hear somebody in my head. Fuck that shit.
have a history of abusing people in a capacity that is unparalleled to other people. Okay. So what gives you guys the right, the progeny or the posterity of the race that has caused so much bloodshed around the world, what gives y'all the audacity to now check the head of a black woman to see if she's functioning right? Where if she's not functioning right, chances are she's not functioning right because of what your ancestors did, and you are the offspring of them, which means in a matter of time,
what his ancestors supposedly did, we don't know if he was part of the bloodshed or not. Hell, we don't know if this guy's related to a slave owner. Very few white people, it's only really the rich actually were in everyday today owning of the slaves.
You find yourself in similar circumstances or place, you're likely to perpetrate the same heinous acts that put her in any condition that you could qualify as a sickness or illness. That's what we're saying. Okay, I understand.
I don't understand how schizophrenia would be caused by, I don't know, a white person, like ancestors owning her slaves that may or may not be related to this guy.
You're saying? I think you're creating some racism where there's not any.
Yes.
And I can't create racism. I don't even have the.
Yes, you can create racism. It's very easy. If you're a racist, you can especially create racism. Just like if you're a sexist, you can create sexism. You know.
Money to create racism.
These guys put racism in a such. These guys think of racism like hoes. They just think you need money to create racism. Yeah, you need a freaking GoFundMe to create racism.
And create the institutions that are racist.
I'm gonna continue with this, but
we've been asking forever. You have been the boldest man to even respond, and for that I give you a great deal of respect for that. But the question at hand is this: how could you blame us when we look at you, someone of your race, coming in and saying, I only mean well for you people in your black community, where our community is...
I don't think one random black woman who sits down is the black community as a whole. He just has a little fucking stand, and whoever comes to his stand, he doesn't have the choice over which particular race is interested in his damn stand.
Only like this because of your race. I don't understand. I don't get how you feel even comfortable coming here to fix our problems when your parents created the problems. Yeah, your parents created the problems. You guys are also part of the problem. What is it?
I don't understand how, if your father is a wife beater, they created the problems of your father being a wife beater. He chose to beat his wife. Nobody forced his hand on abusing his wife.
We're trying to find out why you feel so comfortable to try to check our heads. Why you guys are not checking your own racist heads?
Sure.
Well, I think he is doing that, since Scientology is open to all races, I guess.
Why are you not checking?
I don't. To me, it doesn't matter if a person's black, white, Asian, Mexican. I help anybody. Okay.
Now that's a sweet a sweet little thing to say. Please like, subscribe, share this video. Peace out, guys. You know, pro, just fucking trash.